Today I'm going to brief demonstration on a basic XY line starting in some reporting on the zCAT using Mark IV software. So it is a little bit different than the typical coordinate measure machine in that the machine itself sits in the middle of the part. So the first thing I want to do is tell zCAT or the software in this case where positive X and positive Y is. You'll notice when I first just boot up the software, if I move the zCAT from the left to the right, which would be our x-axis, is getting a negative from left to right, x. And if I move it front to back, it's going in the y-axis. So if I want the part to be upright on the screen when it draws it, I need to change my x-y axis to be positive. So we've added something to the software here. So I'm on the hardware screen. You'll see when I hover over it, it says XY align. So I'll click on that icon, and you'll see it says take a point to define an origin. Now, this is very similar to what we use in CAD programming, but I'm going to come down here physically with the zCAT on my hardware. I could do it on the stage or the table. I'll touch a point where my origin is. And it tells me to take a point in the x-axis in the x direction. So I'm going to go to the right and change and take a point. And now it says take a point in the XY plane in the positive Y direction. So I'm going to move it up towards the zCAT and touch my point. And I get a smiley face. And now I move the zCAT from the left to the right. My X is going positive, and I'm going to move the zCAT from in front towards the zCAT. It's going positive as well. So now the part should be not a mirror image of what I'm going to measure. So let's go into the measurement mode. And in my settings, I'm going to put it on feature predict and go to measure. And with vertical preset for vertical 1, I'm going to just measure a plane on the top of the part. My fourth point, you'll see it comes up and measures that as a plane. So I'm going to continue on, and I will take 3 points on the front, and this is a line. So I've got a plane set, and it automatically made that a reference. I measure the plane, and I'm in feature predict. Now I measure the line, it'll automatically make that reference. And I'm going to point, and by point in this case, I'm just going to do a diameter. So the center point of that diameter. Now in this, I have to make this a reference. You'll notice on the screen, it's Y alignment on the line because it automatically took the plane and the line as a reference. But I'm going to hit the reference key here, or the reference on here, and confirm the check mark. And now you can see my part on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and take another here, and I'll do a circle. And this is the zCAT test piece that we're working with, obviously. But now you can see that it is doing it exactly the way it's sitting in front of the zCAT, with positive to the right, positive front to back. So I now my program started. Now I want to go ahead and run my program. So I'll tab to the inspection key, hit the play button, and now the Z will go in under direct computer control, measure dimensions I did. Now, as with direct computer control, I can use this program to measure a part perfectly vectoring to the surface, vectoring at the same speed every time, which I could never do by hand. I could never measure perpendicular to the surface every time manually. So this is where the repeatability and a lot of the accuracy comes in with the zCAT. So it's duplicate measurements, and as soon as it's finished here, I'll go ahead and grab some of the dimensions and draw a screen so we can now do a quick report on our part. So maybe a distance between these two holes. So I've got diameters, I've got some distances. We also want to get a true position, so I can come out and right click and give me the position coordinates. So very quick and grab some dimensions here. But obviously people want to do reporting on this. So we have the ability to create reports, but one of the things we can do, go to the report tab here, and I can grab the reports I may want. So in this case, I may want to get tabulated dimensions. It would be on an individual part, and I've done multiple components of the same part. I can click on there, and I can hit my view, select a report screen, and it will bring up in Excel format. In this case, the two reports did tabulated dimensions. There's a name to basically by date, also a multi-component report. I click on that. We've only run one, but it's going to be on here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and shut off, but before I do this again, I'm going to go ahead and get report a name. So what I'm doing is I'm going to the icon that shows save this current inspection with the name. And I'm going to this basic name. Hit save. And now you'll see at the top of our screen, it's assigned this name, basic zCAT 1 CMMX to that. So I can also go into my program tree or my program details windows, and you'll see there's my program that I've written so far. The ability to set report options right here. If I click on the icon, it brings up the same basic window that came up before, except now where we can go report options, I can say I want to, at the end of the program, I can tell it what I want to do. In this case, I want it to view the report, and I also want to save that report. So every time I run this part, it'll save that report. So I'm going to tell I want to do the tabulated dimensions and multi-components. And I'll remember with the check mark. Now, this part of my program now, you'll see to go back in and hit the play button to start using statistical process control or SPC. I'll hit yes, and back and we'll measure this part again. It could have been part number. Obviously, I'm just using the same part, but if I had multi-components, I could be putting them in there. And I'm not in a lot of dimensions here, but you can see as we go into this, we could add as many dimensions as we want on this part, and it would archive the data. So again, it will update the reading as we measure them. You'll notice it shows the nominals on there in gray. We'll update it in black to measure them. Now, the nominals are based off of the measurements that we took. You'll notice at the end of this, it automatically brings up the tabulated dimensions. It'll named it basic zCAT 1, which is the name of this file. So I have a quick report that comes up. Not only does this is a view part of it, but it also has saved that in my hard drive. So that's the tabulated dimension one. Now the multi-component one will bring it up, and we've run that part twice. So it automatically archived these reports in our hard drive. I could take this part off, introduce part 3 to it, put it in place. In this case, I have a fixture, and I'll just hit the play button again, and it will go down and measure part the third time. And again, it will update all the dimensions as they're measured on the screen. That the diameter it's measuring is highlighted in green. The red dot is where the probe's located. As soon as it measures that diameter, it updates it on the screen. This program, after it measures the final feature, which would be large diameter, will view that report. Now, we'd also have it print that report. To save paper, we probably don't want to print out these reports every time, but obviously you could. We have the options of view, save, and print. And I chose view and save. So there's the individual report on that last part, and we'll have all three parts. Three being the last one we just did. And you can look through here and you can see how it's well within, tenths of an inch on most of these features, our reports. So now to show you where that's archived, I can bring up. Now I have set that in my PC on a data window for reports. I also have it set to assign a name in a folder, so you see basic zCAT 1. Therefore, reports that is already saved automatically save those in there, so it records them with the name of the program, MC for multi-component. This is done by the date and the time. So you'll see 2017 5/24. Time was 4 in the morning, 9:54 a.m. So we saves that and archives it for posterity. So I can turn that off. Those saved in an Excel format. So as you can see, it's very easy to do alignment on a part, to write a program with a part, and to do reports and archive those reports. So big zCAT demo for today. If you have questions, don't hesitate to contact us. You can contact me personally at jeffp@zcat.com. Thanks and have a great day.